What's good, fam bam? Welcome back to another episode of Loked Out TV. You already know how we do it. We're going to keep it loked out, no doubt, for real, coming at you with another loked out banger. And this one right here, I'm going to be talking a little bit about doing time with the A-Beers. That's right, man, the Aryan Brotherhood, right? And I'm not even going to flex. When I first went to prison, I was worried about the A-Bs because all I kept hearing from individuals I was in county with was, man, the Aryan Brotherhood is going to make you run with the white boys. If you try to go in there running with the Mexicans, they're going to get you. I heard all kinds of different stories. Now, keep in mind, throughout my life, I can't say I had the best relationships with white people. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, I had a lot of issues with white people. Growing up, I had a lot of issues with white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say that I've had the best experiences with white people. So, when I start hearing, and when I say white people, I'm talking about little racial ass white people, you know what I'm saying? Which made me stay away from other white people, to be honest with you. But, I went where I was accepted, you know what I'm saying? But, I'm thinking like, okay, so these fools, these A-Beers, Aryan Brotherhoods, I'm thinking Nazi symbols, swastika tattoos. I'm thinking all this craziness, right? I'm thinking like these fools I'm thinking super racial, things like that, right? So I'm thinking, man, I'm about to have to go in here and I'm about to have to go at it with these fools because I'm not going to go stand with them. I'm not going to do it. So it's just going to have to go down with that. And that's something that I came to a determination of myself. I'm not going to go in there and run with them because why I'm going to run with them when I was never running with them on the outside? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go stand with my people. But, yeah, man. So I go in there and I'm not even going to lie, man. The first time I ever even met any A-Beers, which I did not meet any A-Beers in Jackson at all, right? Jackson State Prison, I didn't meet any. We was in the cell house, didn't meet any A-Beers, but I also wasn't I wasn't trying to meet any, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't going around being social with everybody. I found who I needed to find, and I ran with who I needed to run with while I was there, and that's the way I did it. So once I started hitting camps, I started meeting A-Beers, man, and to be honest with you, I didn't even know these fools was A-Beers when I first meet them. You know what I'm saying? Now, yes, some of them do. I'm not going to lie. Some of them have like, the 1488, which I'm told that that's some racial shit. I don't know what it is. I never asked. You know what I'm saying? I really don't ask. But, it's not my business. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting it on me. It's not my business what it means. I just know when I see it on somebody, now I know what they are. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, any A-Beers that I ever ran into, came across, they was always cool with the Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? They was always cool with the raza, always cool with the Hispanics. And they never gave me no problems, no issues ever, bro. Like, it was never like, hey, why you over there when your skin's this? You supposed to be over here. You know, none of that ever. It was never none of that. It's the best way I could put it. It was never none of that. They always met me. And once they knew who I ran with, what I ran with, and all that, they was cool with me, man. And they always showed me respect. I always showed them respect. I met a lot of cool A-Beers. Never once did I ever meet any. Not to say that they wasn't on some racial shit, you know what I'm saying? Because when I was doing time, which I don't know, it's been a good minute, so things do change around. But when I was doing time, there was no racial politics, really. I mean, there was some, but it wasn't like that. Like, you stick to your race, and you can't go talk to this person, and you can't, if you got issues with this person, or, you can't run a one-on-one, it's going to turn out to be a whole war, things like that. So, I never seen them act like racist, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that they wasn't, or not to say that's not how they thought, but I've seen A-Beers do business with other races, especially the raza, the Hispanics and the Mexicans, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've definitely seen them do business, but they kind of stick together. They do have a good working relationship, at least when I was locked up. Not to say that every once in a while something might pop off and happen, you know? But a lot of, I'm just saying, all the stereotypes that I heard and thought of before I actually started meeting these individuals, man, it was far off. Now, did I kick it with them all the time? No. But I did good business with them. Being locked up, I did good business with them, and we had good working relationships. And I can say that anytime we had issues, right, anytime an issue occurred, that they would handle the issue if it was on their side. You know what I'm saying? As the same way, if an issue had occurred on our side, we would handle it. So the business was really good. It was a good business working relationship between them. And I've seen them have good business with everybody. Like I said, man, it wasn't just, okay, we're only doing business with them because we don't like these people's skin color, whatever. More than anything, it just seemed like they was just really proud to be white. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, they was proud to be white. Now, one thing I can say that is very different here compared to other places that I've talked to, or other areas, and people telling me about other areas like Arizona, California, most definitely, Texas, places like that, is that here there's no woods, right? So a lot of other places, I ain't gonna say everywhere else because everywhere is different. But for example, California, white person goes into the prison system, he's a wood, right? And he falls up under that automatically because he's a wood. So here it's not like that. And as far as I know, it's still not like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't automatically go as a white individual, you don't automatically go into the prison system and you're automatically a wood that falls up under the ABs or falls up under this, which you have different white gangs here also, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know how it is other places, but here you got different white gangs and they ain't the same. The ABs and the Ghostface, they ain't the same. They different, you know what I'm saying? And they work different. But a white dude does not go into the prison system here and he's automatically protected because he's white, and he don't automatically go in there and fall into what they call the wood pile. As far as I know, there's no such thing as a wood pile here. You know what I'm saying? They go into the prison system as a civilian, and they can stay a civilian, stand their ground as a civilian, or they can gang up and link up and become a Ghostface or an AB or whatever the case may be, you know? There's different, like I said, there's different ones, but most definitely the most well-known is Ghostface and ABs, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. Now, I've heard individuals be like, well, we don't respect that. Individuals from other states saying, hey, if they don't got a wood pile, then we don't respect their program and all this. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It is what it is, bro. They run it how they run it, and they do what they do, you know what I'm saying? They are about their business. Now, I've seen them remove individuals, and I've seen them remove their own people. You know what I'm saying? I know this one dude, he was cool. He worked in the kitchen, and apparently something had happened in the kitchen, and he didn't want to lose his job. So, and he was kind of the one calling the shots, you know what I'm saying, for that camp. And he didn't want to lose his job, so he basically told, well, he did tell, well, no, basically, he did tell. He told the, what are they called, the kitchen help, the woman, I don't know what they're called. Anyways, the kitchen helper, the woman, the kitchen worker, the detail officer in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? He told her what happened, and apparently somebody had took something, or I think they took like something, like, I don't know what they took, but they took something, right? Anyways, the whole point of the story is they ended up getting caught for taking whatever they took. He didn't want to get fired, and I guess I don't know why he would have got fired, but he didn't want to get fired from the kitchen, because if you're working in the kitchen, you get extra food, you get little perks here and there, you know what I'm saying? So, plus you get to get out of the dorm, and where we was at, we stayed on lockdown a lot. So, I mean, honestly, getting out of the dorm into the kitchen or your work, your work detail, if you was able to go to some type of work detail, that was straight. You know what I'm saying? But when you was on lockdown, you ain't going nowhere. But you could go to the kitchen if you was a kitchen worker. So he got to go to the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't want to lose that, so he ended up telling on the situation. People ended up getting in trouble, and he ended up getting removed by one of his young homies. And shout out to Hellboy, by the way. He was a cool ass individual. And he ended up getting removed by his young homie. And it was a crazy situation. That's all I can say, but he should have knew what was going to happen. I guess he felt like since he was who he was like a little bit immune to getting disciplined. You know what I'm saying? And when I tell you he got disciplined, that man got disciplined. He got removed. He got taken out. He was no longer even on the camp. What happened to him? I don't know. But I know he got handled. And that's all I can say about that situation. But yeah, man, I'm not sitting here saying that the ABs are not, racist or none of that. I don't know what they are. I don't ask them what they think when I'm in there. I'm not running around. When I was in there, I'm not running around asking these fools like, hey, do you like these people or that people? And I'm not trying to get into their business. We just do business. And, on that tip, I know these individuals like that, and they always would stand up individuals, and then you see them handle business, and you understand, okay, well, they're down to handle business. And, I've seen them handle business on their own people more than I've seen them do, go at war or anything else with other individuals. But that's not to say that they don't, because they do. Things happen. Things do pop off. It is what it is. It's prison. But yeah, man, that being said, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Much love, much respect. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay on point. You already know how we do it. We're going to keep it low doubt, no doubt, for real. To the next one, and I'm out. Lockdown TV, thought you knew. Keep it G and keep it fly. No doubt merch.